Good morning, and welcome to the grand opening for our brand new South Central Regional Library. I'm your library director, Jim Blanton, and it's a pleasure to be here this morning to mark such a special occasion. Before we get started with opening remarks, please join me in standing for the national anthem being performed today by Mandy Elkin Hutchins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, thank you, Mandy. A world-class resource like the South Central Regional Library wouldn't be possible without the vision and support of our library champions. I'd like to recognize several here today. We have Senator Dan Syme, State Representative Jeff Donahue, Councilman Peden, Hollander, Councilman Welch, Councilman Blackwell, and also Councilwoman Madonna Flood. At the top of that list, Representative Al Gentry is also here with us. At the top of that list is our system's most vocal supporter and advocate, Mayor Greg Fisher. The mayor's vision and commitment to education and lifelong learning has been strongly demonstrated through his support of our libraries. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Greg Fisher.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. What do you think about this beautiful building behind us here? That's something else, isn't it? Well, this is a day that we've all been looking forward to, and it's come together pretty quickly once it got started, and you're going to be delighted if you have not been inside already. I want to thank our supporters here from state government. Our Metro Council champions will be joined by the federal government here soon with Congressman John Yarmuth as well. And it's taken all of us to work together with you all and spend your money, by the way, as citizens of Louisville and citizens of the Commonwealth here to get this fabulous project done. How many of you guys can remember like the first time you went into a library? Think back about that. And if you were like me, it's like kind of a magical moment. You know, where you're walking into this place and you see all these books and all these people sitting around. And to this day, every time I walk into a library, I feel like I'm going into some place special. Because it helps us in so many different ways, individually and as a community. And boy, I can't tell you, when you go into this place, it is really something special. It's, you know, we have old ways of thinking about libraries as kind of closed off, really historical-looking buildings. This place is a rocket ship to the future for lifelong learning right here. It even looks like a rocket ship to me. And lifelong learning, as we all know, is more important than ever before. So that makes a great library system more important than ever before. And that makes a great library director more important than ever before. And our director, Jim Blanton here, has been doing a world-class job with the Louisville Free Public Library System. So, Jim, I want to recognize you and your great team, all the great team here. And the staff for this branch here, you guys are over here, I think, if you'd raise your hands. I mean, you guys are pumped up, you're excited, you're ready to go. Thank you. I just want to say a few things. We know the library is going to be a hit in advance. Why? Because you all helped design it. We took a collaborative process with our citizens to say, what is it that you want to see in a library, and then we listened. Obviously, government is us, so we should listen to what the citizens want. So when you go in here, what you'll see is what you told us you wanted. We've got designated areas for kids and teens, plenty of windows and natural lights. You're going to love the light in here. The theme around the library is a lot around wood, and that's one of the reasons why we're holding the ceremony right here. You'll see all the different types of wood and trees that were used to develop and build the library that was removed, yet it reappears in the library. And obviously, we wanted to keep as many trees and greenery as we possibly could here as the library was built. We've expanded the materials that we have, so now you have multiple language to serve our growing and critically important immigrant community. There's a fun and interactive early childhood learning space that's dedicated to teaching kids those important pre-reading skills, like learning colors, shapes, numbers, and letters, so when they get to kindergarten, they are ready to go. And then I'm really excited about this. Our Artist in Residence program, the Collider Artist in Residence program, that I'm just very, very grateful to Councilwoman Madonna Flood for conceptualizing, for funding, and just being such a champion for this. So, Councilwoman Flood, fantastic. Way to go. Now, we know, or I expect, I think it's fair to say, we all know this library, the South Central Regional Library, is going to have the same impact that we saw with the Southwest Regional Library when we opened that in 2014. There were huge increases in numbers of usage of the library, the community room, patron visits, everything went off the charts. Also, it was recognized by USA Today as one of the 25 must-see buildings in Kentucky. So we followed the same design principles and improved them with the South Central Library. So you see state-of-the-art green construction, building techniques and materials, and the building has been designed to save energy, lots of energy. And we made a priority, as I said, to preserve the green space, the trees that were already on the property. So I want to thank our design team, including JRA Architects of Louisville, Meyershare, and Rockcastle Limited of Minneapolis, members of our own fantastic Louisville Free Public Library staff. Matt, you did a great job with project management, wherever you are right here. Great job, brother. All of the people that built this great, safe project, it's been fantastic. And I believe that every neighborhood in our city deserves beautiful architecture. So when people go by a beautiful building, it expands their conception of what is possible. And the built environment helps us with this. So appreciate and enjoy this, and know also that even as we open this beautiful facility, we're already hard at work to create the next hub of lifelong learning in our city, and that's the Northeast Regional Library. That's been funded by myself and the Metro Council, so we've got another project underway. So when it opens in the next year or two, we will have completed our commitment under the Library Master Plan to provide a full-service library within 5 miles of 90% of Louisville's residents. A great accomplishment. Two other things real quick. I mentioned collaboration with our citizens for the design of the library. But this magnificent new library is also the result of another partnership, one that involved Metro government working with the state government in Frankfurt, and donations from generous private citizens who believe in libraries and lifelong learning in Louisville. So I want to thank our Library Foundation. They step up with the private donations, represented here today by Vice Chair Bill Dunbar and Paige Davison of the Kentucky Department of Libraries and Archives. So let's give them a hand for helping with all of our funding project here. Great job to the whole foundation. thanks to the state. So in closing, just a little food for thought. I want to close with a quote from author Neil Gaiman, who says, quote, "Libraries are about freedom. Freedom to read, freedom of ideas, freedom of communication. Libraries are about education, which is not a process that finishes the day we leave school or university. Libraries are about entertainment, about making safe spaces. Libraries really are the gates to the future." So this South Central Regional Library is obviously a beautiful gate to the future here for the people of Louisville. Congratulations, and thanks everybody for coming out this morning. Great job. Good job.
Thank you, Mayor. Another library champion in our community is Councilwoman Madonna Flood. I met Councilwoman Flood at the groundbreaking for South Central in my first days on the job, and it's a thrill to be back here with her at this celebration. I'm particularly excited to share, as the mayor mentioned, her generous support allowed for the creation of a first for our library system, an artist-in-residence space program called the Collider. Through funding provided by Councilwoman Flood, the library has taken a major step forward to integrate art into our patrons' everyday lives. It is my pleasure to introduce Councilwoman Madonna Flood.
Thank you. I remember when I got that phone call from Craig Buteau years ago that said that this site had been chosen for the second regional library. What an honor to the hardworking people of this area that we get to host such a magnificent building, such a magnificent facility. Last night at the little sneak peek, Matt Frazier and myself couldn't look at each other without crying. And I equate that to the feelings of parents when we raise our children and they become the men and women that we always knew in our heart of hearts that they could be, but in an instant, they have surpassed what we really expected of them. That's what this building means to Matt, to myself, and to Mayor Fisher, and Director Blanton, to a lot of us standing here. You know, the thank yous and the attaboys and the claps will start to diminish, and the thank yous of us building this magnificent building, but they will be replaced by the soft whispers of breezes of the children who will enter and exit this building as they become tomorrow's leaders, tomorrow's astronauts, tomorrow's doctors. The dreamers of dreams will become our future. And this, my friends, is for future generation. It is not for myself or you as much as it is for our grandchildren. And in closing, I would like to say, on behalf of the great and good citizens of this community, we invite you to come dream with us, come play with us, come work with us, and come learn with us in our backyard. Thank you.
Thank you, Madonna, for being such a champion of this regional library and for the people of Okolona. Our next guest is no stranger to the library. Congressman John Yarmouth has been a longtime supporter of LFPL because he understands that libraries serve as powerful models of democracy, reaching across divisions to serve all members of society. Please join me in welcoming Congressman John Yarmouth.
Thank you very much. What an incredible day for our community, and particularly for Okolona and the South Central part of our community. This building is truly breathtaking. It's breathtaking in its visual sense, but it's also breathtaking in the potential that it represents. And first of all, Madonna, I want to know who your speechwriter is. But talking about the kids and this, and I'm so excited to see so many young people here today, because one thing that libraries are about are curiosity. And they enable the curiosity, particularly the curiosity of young people, to explore the world, to explore options for their lives, and to expand all of their horizons. And this building says that visually, and it also says it substantively. So I'm just thrilled for our entire community, but certainly for this area of town, for the great contribution that this building will make to our present, to our future, and particularly to our future generations. So, Mayor, thanks for all your leadership on this. LFPL, an incredible organization that has meant so much to our community for such a long time, and all the people who were responsible for this incredible victory. It's great to be with you. Congratulations, and I hope everyone will take advantage of this great resource. Thanks.
Thank you, Congressman Yarmouth. It is with great pleasure that I introduce our next guest. Bill Dunbar is the Vice Chair of the Library Foundation. Through the generosity of donors, the Library Foundation raised $2.5 million for the South Central Library, and that money turned a great building into a remarkable library. Bill?
Thank you, Jim. It's a tremendous honor and pleasure for me to be here today, and I'd like to thank all of you for attending on this balmy morning. We're here thanks to the success of the strong partnership between public and private sectors. This beautiful South Central Regional Library behind me is an amazing example of what is possible when metro government, state government work in conjunction with private support. The Library Foundation was formed in 1980 for the exclusive reason of reaching out to raise that private support. By raising funds from individuals, businesses, and foundations, many of whom I'm delighted to see are represented here today, we have made more possible for the library. Through that support, the Library Foundation is able to assist in growing the library's collections. We can fund expanding programs across all the branches, including this one. We can help the library system be what this city wants and deserves. The library does an amazing job of offering award-winning programs and services. The staff here continues to see ways to improve and seize services that our community needs. From helping new refugees learn English to making sure that children are prepared for kindergarten and for teaching adults the skills necessary for the 21st century workforce, the library is there for them. They can't do it alone, though. Too often, there's not sufficient funding for these new programs. That's when the library turns to the Library Foundation. And we turn to you. The community recognizes the value of our library system, and so for that, I say thank you to all of you. I said it's a pleasure to be here today, and it is, but the work is not finished. The Foundation is working to support system-wide library programs. New technology like virtual reality, 3D printing, expanded arts integration like the Collider program that the mayor mentioned a moment ago, the cinema programs at the main branch, and more. So for those of you who have helped make more possible at the library, our community thanks you, and your support speaks volumes. Thank you so much.
Another partner that helped make this library a reality was the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Through a construction grant from the Kentucky Department for Libraries and Archives, the state provided the final funds to make this project a reality. To say a few words on behalf of KDLA is Paige Davidson.
Well, good morning. I am so pleased to be here on so many levels. I am actually here in an official capacity as a member or an employee of the Kentucky Department for Libraries and Archives. Library use is exploding across the state. As I'm sure you already know, your presence here today is evidence of that, the fact that people across the state love their public libraries. And across the state, and even nationwide, public libraries are really becoming community centers. They are becoming the true hearts of their communities. And people are wanting more and more things from their public libraries. We will always love our public libraries for the books. That will never change. But there are so many more things that we want from our public libraries now. And so the Kentucky Department for Libraries and Archives is very fortunate that occasionally we can provide library construction facility grants. And we were so happy to be able to award one of these grants to the Louisville Free Public Library. And one of the reasons I'm so pleased about that is because I had a chance to take a sneak peek through the building this morning, and I have traveled across the state. I've seen new libraries and attended grand openings and ribbon cutting ceremonies. I've seen libraries who have worked really hard to provide things that their library users and their communities want. But this library really hit it out of the park. And I want to congratulate the Louisville Free Public Library for doing such a great job of working with the community to provide things that you really want in your public library. And as I toured the facility, I was just amazed at what all was included. I had to take out a piece of paper and I made notes because I wanted to make sure that everyone understood what a gem of a facility this is. And I see in the program several of those things are listed, and I won't go over those again. But everything from comfortable seating. Have you ever wanted to go into your library and just be able to sit comfortably and read and spend time? This is a spacious, inviting, warm facility. It makes you want to be here. It makes me want to be here. I will tell you guys, I'm jealous, because I would love for this to be my public library, and I will be happy to visit often. But charging stations, the ability to check out laptop computers, a learning lab to die for. I saw hands-on activities in there for you. I saw sewing machines. I saw a Cricut machine to do paper activities and crafts. I saw a 3D printer that is so cool. You all are going to love your new library. So I just want to congratulate Louisville Free Public Library for building such a fantastic library for this community. Mostly I want to congratulate all of you guys for giving such great input, for being a part of this community, and being a part of this library. So I hope you enjoy your new library.
Thank you, Paige. I'm also told that Councilwoman Sexton Smith has joined us. I want to recognize her as another one of our library champions. Now, I know we're all anxious to get inside the air conditioning and experience this amazing library firsthand, so I'll be brief. But I want to thank a few more people and give you a preview of what to expect when you get inside, what to look for, and what you can experience. First off, I want to thank former Library Director Craig Buteau, the design team of JRA Architects of Louisville, Meyer Scherer and Rock Castle Limited of Minneapolis, and our phenomenal library staff without whom this would not be possible. Oh, and also two other champions here with us, Deputy Mayor Ellen Hessen, and also Katie Dalinger, who is my conduit to the mayor's office and a wonderful champion, I can tell you. And I especially want to thank LFPL's Manager of Design and Construction, Matt Frazier, for his tireless efforts, without which this would not be possible, I can tell you. The hard work of this team produced this beautiful building in front of you now. Construction began on South Central nearly 2 years ago, and the total cost for the books, computers, furnishings, etc. was at $14.5 million. $6 million came from the state, $6 million were allocated by Mayor Fish and approved by council, and the additional $2.5 was raised by the Library Foundation. By prioritizing South Central, these funders made a commitment to improving the lives of the more than 160,000 people of South Central Jefferson County. The library's mission is to provide the people of Louisville and Jefferson County with the broadest possible access to knowledge, ideas, and information, and to support them in their pursuit of learning. And I can tell you that the South Central Library provides the opportunity to do just that. Public libraries are somewhere we go to better understand ourselves and others. They are not only repositories of knowledge, but also places of exploration, community building, and joy. They build bridges of understanding, and most important of all, they provide inspiration. Our new South Central Library represents not just the latest addition to the Louisville Free Public Library system, but the latest physical manifestation of the LFPL's commitment to the people of Louisville. This is your library, the 40,000 square foot state-of-the-art building, the 120,000 books and materials, the community meeting rooms, the spaces for youth. These are here for you. So what do you have to look forward to when you walk through those doors? As we mentioned, a green, eco-friendly design filled with windows, natural light, and trees. We preserved over an acre of woodland in order to maintain the beauty of the site and minimize environmental impact. More materials, including bestsellers, DVDs, large type books, materials in multiple languages, books for youth, and a local history collection. Brand new technology, including the Makerspace, which Paige mentioned, and a laptop kiosk for checking out laptops within the library so you can explore the whole wonderful building and work wherever you want. Brand new 2 large community meeting rooms available for you to reserve, plus smaller rooms for studying, reading, and collaborating. Quiet areas to read and relax, and including this fantastic outdoor space we're all in right now. A large children's section with interactive areas for learning and play, and a dedicated teen area that dynamically illustrates how cool and interactive a teen library space can be. I'm telling you, you're going to be blown away by that teen space. I know I am. I also want to draw your attention once again to one of the most unique aspects of the South Central Library that we are extremely excited about, our Collider Artist in Residence program. Collider will truly provide an exciting new educational experience each time you walk into the library. You'll get a chance to meet many of the artists on Saturday and in the coming months, and they will show you how naturally art fits into the library's mission. For me personally, it's a dream come true to see this amazing facility come to life and provide the community with a world-class resource that will energize and expand opportunities for learning, growth, and engagement. I challenge everyone here to take advantage of these new opportunities and seize them with excitement. I know I will. Please join me in discovering your new South Central Regional Library. I would like to invite our officials, the Okolona boosters, and any youngsters who would like to join us for the ribbon cutting ceremony.
All right, let's have a countdown. You kids ready? 5, 4,